Okay.
There we go. We got it here.
All right, Will's back.
I'm putting my waiting room on so no random students jump in here.
With pornographic videos.
Oh yeah, the Zoom bombing. That was intense. Liam's going to join us for this one. He should be in bed because supposedly he's going to school tomorrow. But
yeah. So
Liam, what's that look for, dude?
So does he? Do you like the Mandalorian? Or he can't hear me, but does he like the Mandalorian or just?
Mandalorian? Yeah, he watched it with Raquel. So
yeah, I've been watching that too. It's a show.
You never watched I think they just started on Mandalorian. They never watched any of the Star Wars.
Just don't let him watch the Boba Fett show. It's awful.
This is Mr. Baby Yoda, huh?
Oh, now, can he hear me? Can I at least swear?
He can swear, yeah.
Okay, that's...
Hey, Liam, what are you doing? You go to bed, dude.
No.
Yeah.
But Mommy and sister don't let me in.
They don't let you in the bed? Okay. Well, that's true or not, but...
Mom, but they don't have any space.
Okay, go to sleep. Go to sleep then, right now. Can you go to sleep? Okay.
This is the high school reminiscence podcast.
We could do I haven't listened to... Is it called So Damn Lucky, the album? Or is it called...
Some Devil.
Drinking coffee, making plans to save the world.
We should let's just do that.
Let's do it, okay.
All right.
Let me get here.
Alright, so here's episode 89. We're almost hit. But this podcast is becoming so infrequent that it's going to be 2 years before I hit the episode 100. But yeah, back with talking over Dave Matthews. Someone's got to keep the fire. All right, Dave Matthews, Some Devil.
Okay, so we're starting it with Dodo.
Did you ever listen to this?
Yeah, I listened to this quite a bit. I guess this came out the year we graduated high school.
Yeah, what year? Oh, 2003. Yeah, because I saw him when he toured solo, and it was him and Tim Reynolds and Trey Anastasio from Fish, and I can't.
Tim Reynolds in the band now?
Yeah, all the time.
I believe they're coming up. They have 2 nights in Charleston, in June.
Yeah, you sent me that.
Yeah, I feel they're now I've realized Charleston's probably the ultimate Dave Matthews scene. That's
well, yeah, right around. I mean, other than Charlottesville, which is their hometown, so.
Right, it's
I just have. They used to play in Champaign and nearby bigger towns, but now I think the only stop for any bigger band is just Chicago and St. Louis. In the 90s and up through the kind of mid 2000s, you still had bigger bands playing in at least the college towns. But I'm not really willing to travel to see Dave Matthews Band anymore, especially with this incarnation of the band. I don't care.
Yeah, probably Dave. Charleston won't get U2 or they'll get semi big bands. They won't necessarily get the headliners.
Yeah, I'm not sure why touring dynamics have just shifted towards just major metropolitan areas. It's the Democrats' fault.
The blue cities, that's right.
But yeah, all right. Okay. Just initial impressions of. When was the last time you listened to this album?
The whole album has probably been a while. I remember a couple of the songs I listened to a lot, the Stay or Leave, Gravedigger.
Yeah, I still hear some of these just because I listen to the Dave Matthews XM station. That and Pandora, just for shits and giggles. But so this was 03. This came out, I don't know, this is before or after Busted Stuff. I don't know.
I think this was after, right? Because it wasn't Busted Stuff 2002.
Yeah.
So I think
late. I think this was after, but yeah, this was definitely a breath of fresh air. I think that was 05 was the Dave Matthews Band album after Busted Stuff. Stand Up. I think most Dave Matthews Band fans agree is just...
I feel like that's when I stopped listening to like any of their new music.
Yeah,
it was like,
that kind.
I think this was the last album of like his that was actually.
Yeah, that one kind of killed it for me. I don't think we've ever really talked about the decline. I think that was just it. Stand Up was an awful album.
Let me see if I can move to a different spot here so Liam can turn this light off.
You're just leaving your child.
It's dark. This is. Hey, buddy, I'm right here. Can you see? I got the lyrics up too here.
Yeah, it's a. Dave isn't the deepest. I mean, he can be, but like he's not the deepest of fellows. So I think the song's just about evolution.
So this is not just about a girl,
because most of his, like a lot of his songs are just about like existential crisis that kind of have a religious tinge to it. Well, the dodo died, so I'm probably gonna die. A very kind of childlike outlook on mortality that I find endearing.
Well, this got with the Gravedigger too. It's like it's kind of a theme throughout the whole album.
I was thinking about that today, just thinking about like this and episodes we're gonna do, but I think I think most people are, but I think he's especially horrified of death. I mean, that comes across in like the vast majority of his songs. Yeah, I don't think there's really any stinkers on this. I think like I don't care for Save Me. That's a little on the nose. I don't know what another thing is. I can't remember that. Up and Away was a good Bob Marley ripoff. And I guess I don't really care for Gravedigger that much. It's what was Gravedigger supposed to be? Like it's clearly like a ripoff of somebody's style, but I can't really pinpoint it. It's not Bob Dylan. But it's like definitely like is it supposed to be like Johnny Cash?
Yeah, I can see that. Like
I'm not really sure, but it's definitely like a very clear homage to somebody's style. All I can think of is Johnny Cash with that one.
Did I tell you about the lady who stayed with us from couch surfing recently, from France?
I don't know. I can't keep track of all the people coming in and out of your house.
Like she's probably in her 60s and she's been following Bob Dylan since 1978.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that.
She's been to like 400 shows. I was showing her.
Holy crap!
Like Dave's All Along the Watchtower cover, and she was like, she never heard it. Like she never heard any of the covers, so she's like, that's a little crazy for me.
I've never liked their cover of Watchtower. I don't like the song. I don't like Dylan's version of it, but I don't like. No, that was always a bathroom break song for me. Their version of All Along the Watchtower.
It gets intense. It's like
it's like, I don't know. Apparently, it was a crowd pleaser, but for me, it was a bathroom break thing because it's like you're just doing like a really slow build up to a kind of manic ending, and I don't know.
Like the horse sound from the violin or the saxophone.
Yeah, I don't know. I just never liked the song. Like, it's lyrically super convoluted. I don't know what it's about and don't care. It's just not interesting. Oh, here's So Damn Lucky about I got in a car accident. About
this song I feel like I listen to a lot. I don't know why this one is so familiar.
This is a much happier album than Busted Stuff. It's kind of night and day from Busted Stuff. Because I remember talking about that and like how just, it's a very suicidal album. Trying to be happy.
He's so damn lucky.
About how he went out to buy a pack of smokes and it was icy out. And he skidded because he's Dave Matthews and sucks at driving a car. And And
I didn't realize that I hit this corner of my foot on the gas. I started sliding. So did this actually come out from like he had like a near-death experience in a car accident, and he just
I don't know. But this is kind of the same song as You Never Know, because he was writing in the same style, like the same sort of waltzy time signature where he had a bunch of songs, and this one definitely falls into that. Is there anyone who's a current Dave Matthews Band fan?
I think I had a student. I swear I had a student that was like, it was their favorite. Because I always ask like the students at the beginning of the year who their favorite band is. I swear, like one of them was like Dave Matthews Band. I was like, that. I wasn't expecting that from like a 20-year-old.
I mean, they're still selling out the same venues they always have. Maybe not like United Center, but like clearly they're still maintaining some new fans. If people were just dropping off, they would just be playing like, like theaters. So they've managed to keep interest. I
wonder like now with Spotify where people like aren't buying albums, like for the young people, like do they just whatever they get into at that moment? Like it's not really like a new album comes out that they go out and buy. It's just like whatever they happen to stumble across on.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how people find new music. I don't even know what the state of music is at this point, or how people. For me, it's mostly just like an accident of like stumbling upon things on YouTube. I'll just like go down a rabbit hole of like, okay, I'm kind of in the mood for this. Most of it's kind of YouTube at this point, but it's all like older, obscure, like world music.
Well, I feel like with students, it's like the music is more like timeless because it's not. I feel like when we were in high school, it'd be like whatever was coming out at that time was what we liked more. Maybe there's some stuff from the '90s, but like
yeah, because when we were in high school, you still had Dave Matthews Band was still on the radio, so right. It was just WB&Q. That was the first time I heard "Stay Wasting Time." Like that was the first time I ever heard them.
Listen to the radio back in the day.
Yeah.
Now it's just
like you're not going to get a band. You're not going to get an actual band. I don't mean that in like a condescending way. I'm just like a band that plays instruments. You're not going to get them on like top 40 radio anymore. So like now trying to find like I guess it's actually easier now. I don't know. I just don't like any music. I have to pee. Yeah. So here's Gravedigger. Read our listener this oh yeah, the great lyric. He rode his bike like the devil till the day this would
go on the flying trapeze.
This would have been better. This is great. So it's about a little kid who is trying to do like Daredevil stuff and like smashed his head open on a rock. All right.
I mean, they lived for 52 years, so I don't know.
Wait, yeah, do some research. Look up the years. How long did little Mikey Carson live?
67 to 75. No, that was only, he died when he was 8.
Okay, I gotta pee. I'll be back.
Let's see here.
Okay. It's always fun going down memory lane.
Craziness.
Yeah, let me just briefly say, yeah, that was Some Devil, which I think is a fantastic song. I think that was one of the best songs Dave has ever written. Here's Trouble. Trouble!
This is like another kind of happy song, right? This is,
Yeah, like, that's this album. It's not suicidal. It's, like, delightfully melancholy. Oh, but...
So who's playing on this album? Like, is this not... It's not actually the band, right? It's just...
I don't know who played on this. I know Tim was on it. I don't know if Trey Anastasio was actually on this or just did the live tour, but... So I don't know who the personnel is, but the production is really good. Like, yeah. This is a really well-produced album. If I cared, I would look up who produced this, but yeah. The production on this is just beautiful. It's very silky. A+, another good song. Yeah, I think this was Dave's last...
I won't get behind me now, trouble let me be. There we go. It's like, yeah, it's very hopeful. Oh, sweet day, leave me behind. I will never call on you until the day I die. Pray your mercy shine on me. Pray your mercy shine.
Yeah, it's a much more hopeful album than Busted Stuff, which is him wanting to kill himself. This one is him clawing his way back up through the muck.
So even Gravedigger's got like a hopeful...
Next is...
Still not bartender, or still not like one more drink. Give me, what was it? One more drink. Make it strong because I don't need to think.
Yeah. Oh, that was something I was thinking about today is... Yeah, like, I miss the violin, but, like, something else... Leroy's baritone sax, I think. Just that really farty sound, like, that he has on, like, Bartender and Don't Drink the Water. Just that really low-end, thick saxophone sound. Like, that's just missing. Because now it's just, like... You have an extra electric guitar, a guy, Buddy, what's his name, playing an organ, trumpet, and then the one guy from Bela Fleck and the Flecktones sort of doing what Leroy was doing, or at least trying to. But yeah.
Why can't they get like just another violin and saxophone player?
I don't know, because it was so integral. Well, they still have a saxophone, but like, damn it, what's his name from the Flecktone, Jeff Coffin. Like, nothing against him, but it's not the same thing. Okay, so they brought in, like, an organ player. Remember Butch Taylor?
Yeah.
Like I loved the piano in the Dave Matthews Band. So that's, like, another big missing element. Here's Gray Blue Eyes. I think this was his attempt at, like, a Peter Gabriel sort of thing.
Stone has pulled me down.
Oh, remember the song Save Me? That's coming up next. Walking through the desert, man. One of the things I still like deeply appreciate is the jazz and African influences that have largely gone away from his and the band's music. It introduced me to like jazz fusion and African music, which I still love. That's something I'll always appreciate, is just the eclecticness of early Dave Matthews Band, like bluegrass, country, funk, rock, African. And now it's mostly just like kind of a generic rock funk that I don't find interesting.
I feel like I haven't listened to anything. I listened to that one song.
Oh Joy Begin.
Oh Joy Begin, yeah.
Okay, here's Save Me. Walking through the desert, I met a man. Yeah, what was that college? Oh, Luther. Where's Luther College?
I think it's in Iowa.
I wonder if they ever played ISU.
I don't know. That was like what, early 90s, mid 90s?
Isn't U2 due for a new album here? Are they working on anything?
Hey, this has been a good, 4 years, right? I mean, I know it was post-Trump. Like, there was definitely, like, the anti-Trump elements in the...
How do you spell discography? Is this song supposed to be about, like, Jesus in the wilderness?
Let's pull up the lyrics here.
Oh, here's Stay or Leave, which is...
Stay or Leave?
Yes, every time we do Dave Matthews Band, he always has one of these songs, which is... I'm gonna fuck you and you're gonna be gone in the morning.
I tell you, this is a song I used to like when I was living in Costa Rica. When I was teaching ESL classes, we would do this as like our classroom activity. That they would have to like, we would like listen to this song, and they would have to like see if they could hear what the words were, and then we would.
You've said this about so many. You've said this about so many U2 songs. Were you just? Is this all you did? Was just make your class listen to U2?
I have no idea. Like what? I must have done like a lot of music. I don't
know.
I don't even know what chose this song.
What album is it?
I just
Dave Matthews.
Just
checks out.
The weird thing in the background at the beginning kind of gets on my nerves. But anyway, Like, oh, help me. I don't know. Who cares? Next.
I remember when this came out, like, I was afraid that Dave Matthews was gonna not come back to, like, the band was gonna come back together, and it was just gonna...
Yeah, he should have left that song off. Yeah, it definitely brings the album to a grinding halt, because the rest of it's very upbeat. Like, next is Oh, which is, like, the happiest song he ever wrote.
I love you oh so well, like a kid loves candy and fresh snow.
Like a fat kid loves candy and fresh snow.
You just had a very dopamine high right here. He's just being very optimistic about the world, and then, like, his dopamine levels go down. He writes, there we go.
He's super manic depressive. But that's what made him good. Was, especially in the early days of the band, was, like I've mentioned before, of hitting those super highs and super lows. And, like, contrast is always what makes any art interesting. And why he's not interesting now is that everything is just in between of, like, hey kids, kid's gonna wrangle that gun control. I'll be back in like 2 seconds.
Yeah, I think he got on some, like, SSRIs or whatever. Just
let's bring a medical professional on to figure out.
That's what happened with Dave.
I love you fucking know so well.
You're in the right room, so alive.
So
is it like, this is like someone who died, though? Let's see. And if it's Cold and Darkness Falls, as if you're in the next room so alive, I could swear I could hear you singing to me.
I think it's about his grandmother. Man, I'm still putting it out there. Hey, David J. Matthews, if for some reason you ever come across this podcast, can you please be on our show? I still like you. So you can come on here and explain what your medication regimen is. Well, yeah, because this was within, like, the same basic year, this and Busted Stuff. So he went from, like, the depths of depression to just kind of like a jovial, things are kind of okay, stuff is okay. Yeah.
Did he go through, like big life? Did he get like, divorced, or, like, was there, like, some, like, big,
No, you bring that up every time. I think he's always been married to the same lady.
This is all just, like, all this stuff about his...
Right, here's a song about a baby. He's just happy on this album. It's disgusting. The water. Wow, I haven't heard this one in a
Nothing is here to stay. Everything has to... Everything has to begin and end. Like a ship in a bottle won't sail. All we can do is dream that the wind will blow us across the water. A ship in a bottle set sail. Maybe it's all right. Stop your crying now.
Yeah, if I had to pick a least Dave Matthews song that he's ever written, I think it's this one. I always like an artist catalog when they write something that's just, like, way in left field, or just something that they just unlike what they generally write. Like, this is definitely one for him, because this sounds like Donovan, you know, that 60s artist. This is like a very kind of, like, Baroque...
The bridges, some might tell you there's no hope in hell just because they feel hopeless, but you don't have to be a thing like that. You be a ship in a bottle set sail. He's on a very big... Yeah, he's like a...
Yeah, he's channeling, like, British folk artists here. And in the next song, he's just ripping off Bob Marley. Here it comes. Yeah, here's his one just straight up reggae song. Which is weird because there was, from the Crash album, Cry Freedom. It wasn't a reggae song, but it was still clearly a Bob Marley homage. Yeah, this is too happy. It's almost obnoxiously happy.
There's not the depth of some of the lyrical depth of some of the albums. Like, it's just kind of like
Oh yeah,
super
yeah,
happy.
yeah. No. Like, I'm okay with this one because, like, all the it's like, I'm actually gonna disagree because all the lyrics on this album are coherent. I think that was his goal, was to just write like actual coherent lyrics. Because I mean, just take the song 41. Like, what is that about? Like, I know it's a fan favorite and it's a good song, but like, it's the most it's nonsense. Like, lyrically, it's like he just talks about coming. Like, he says the word come, like. And I know lyrics aren't everything. Sometimes it's just I love REM, but like I don't know what Michael Stipe is singing about half the time, and I don't care. But at least it sort of gives a general impression of something. Where like Dave Matthews gibberish lyrics are like too gibberish.
So you blow my mind to know that. I mean, yeah, I guess this makes sense. It's just like very traditional love song, or let's say.
Yeah, I'm gonna give one of my rare A pluses just to the production of this album. If I cared, I would look up who did it. But yeah, it's just really nice, clean production. No one's getting in the way of anyone else. Don't know who was on it. Don't know who produced it.
Some devil.
Oh, here's Too High. All right, here was another thing that was really popular around this time, was doing like the slow build up to like a heavily orchestrated ending. For some reason, I'm thinking like Smashing Pumpkins. I don't know.
Tonight.
Yeah, just like an ominous song with a slow build up to like a really, just like heavy bombastic ending. That was popular around this time.
So you keep the hope. You'll get your day as the slow hand quickens. It is like very hopeful. Like it's kind of strange coming from Dave, but
slow hand quickens. The slow hand what? The slow hand quickens.
Slow hand quickens.
Quivers.
So this is like the time is running out. Is that what it's supposed to be?
I'm putting this. It's still not as good as the first three, and I think I still might put Everyday a little bit slightly higher than this. But I think this was kind of the last hurrah. So I think everything after this just kind of sucked ass. Sorry, Dave.
I can't the later stuff I can't really like compare it to. I still think I like Busted stuff better. I like the whole like existential crisis lyrics. I feel like lyrically I got more out of that one. This one, I like this one, but it's more like a chill album, just to like.
That's it's tough. They're a little night and day, so it's hard to compare them. But I think I'm still gonna go with this one. This is definitely a better produced album than Busted Stuff or Everyday. Like, just in terms of like the sonic palette and quality. Like, this is super pristine. Like, songwriting aside, everything is just perfectly balanced in the mixed, and the performances are just listen to Sweet James Bond. Dave Matthews is James Bond in Gonna Kill Myself Tomorrow.
Yeah, it does have the tonight.
That would be James Bond. Dave Matthews is James Bond film is Tomorrow I'm Gonna Die. Uh-oh. Next is Gravedigger Acoustic. Alright, parting thoughts. I give this a 6 out of 10. I think it's... this was basically my last farewell with my obsession with Dave Matthews Band, so...
Yeah, I'll give it a 5.5.
Alright. So we're...
I feel like I need to listen to a few more of the new albums to at least give it a go. Like, just put it on and give it a go. But
I'm gonna edit this out. Who the drummer? Carter. I think he can only carry the band so much. Removing the violin, and Leroy was a huge loss, but like getting rid of a string sound in the band was just like the death knell of the Dave Matthews Band. Like, it's just not the same.
Well, I still don't understand why they can't. I just don't feel like how they
why he doesn't want that sound in the band anymore. Like, that's the mystery. Like, why he doesn't understand that was what made them, like, just unique and sort of, like, that bluegrass element.
Right.
Like, why he doesn't understand that was integral to the sound. Because, like, I think everyone who's still kind of a fan understands that that's just drastically missing. Like, there's some songs that just sound atrocious trying to do without a violin in their repertoire at this point. So, like, hey, Dave, come on.
Where they try to, like, put in just a bunch of their new stuff.
Yeah, hey, Dave, come on if you ever hear this, come talk to us and explain to us why you don't like the violin anymore.
I thought they were going to bring him back. Like, I thought he got, like, uncanceled and he was going to come back.
No. I remember when you were here, that was, somebody mislabeled some, like, older video. Yeah, because we watched some video that had Boyd in it, but that was, like, before he got kicked out. So, no, he's never coming back.
Let me see what Dave is going to be here in Charleston.
Okay.
I mean, the fact that he's
I'll let you do some... I'm about to pee my pants. I'll be back in 2 seconds. When you look into the mirror...
Here we go. Here's the...
Do you like what you see?
Got some expensive tickets here for...
Why is Gray Street playing now?
$60 for the upper level seating.
Oh, hell no. I would pay $29.95 tops for them now.
I thought I was paying $1,100 for the Section F right there in front. Okay. $1,124.
All right, listener, that was talking over Dave Matthews. Trying to drink and smoke to reason with my hair. These dark confusions make